Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is for faith and motherhood and everything in between. Thank you for choosing to be in this space today, right now, with me and just watching this video. I do appreciate it. If you are new to this channel, you are welcome. And if you have been here before now as well, thank you for being here once again. The support is well appreciated. So today I want to talk about the part 2 of how we can discipline our child differently. And the means is using positive ways or sharing with you positive ways you can discipline or influence your child to do the right thing. So I'm going to be sharing some of the experiences from my parenting journey with my son. And another thing is I had to go look up the tag for some of these things I was already doing. So these are already methods I'm already implementing, but I didn't know what to tag them as. So Google helped me thanks to articles I saw. Alright, so the first is selective ignoring. There are times when it's fine for you to not nitpick your child. Don't be that mom that is always nitpicking or your dad that is always nitpicking. And there are also times where the Holy Spirit has stopped me in my tracks. So I want to say, Jason, like in my head, I'm screaming, Jason, stop that, stop that. But the Holy Spirit just say, calm down, just leave him, let him be. And before I even say anything, I already see that he's already cautioning himself. Like doing this, because sometimes I do that to caution him. And also he's already saying, oh no, oh no. It's always hilarious because I just laugh when I see him do that. But then I just see that he knows those wrong things. He's either trying to push his limits and learning the process. So let me let him be. So it's fine to ignore some little things. Big things, yes, please correct them immediately or as the scenario presents itself. So one of the things I also do under this category of selective ignoring is when instead of going to say, oh, like the water pours, don't do that again immediately. I just go on to say, okay, we're going to mop this floor because you poured the water on the floor. So I take the mop and we do it together and then show him, okay, next time when you pour the water on the floor, this was going to happen. So if you think this is the fun activity you want to partake in, go on. And over time, he just realizes that, okay, this is not the kind of fun activity I want to be doing. We still do it, but then I believe that the message has been passed across to him. So the second point I want to raise is restriction. Sometimes when we have seen that our son Jason has done certain things, like instead of going all the way to say bah, 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 if you're from Africa, beating is kind of like an integrated part of discipline. Instead of you going all that route, you can just say, okay, now you're going to sit in your chair because you don't like sitting down. Yeah, my son doesn't really like sitting down. He likes moving to and fro. So restriction is kind of like a punishment for you. It is like punishment because they say, ah. So you just sit in the chair and say, okay, this is why you're sitting in your chair. You're going to sit down here quietly and calmly for 30 minutes and you're just going to observe things. Let's practice the act of calmness. At some point, he's looking at me like, okay, what are you saying? But then that actually makes him calm down. Then when he gets off the chair, he goes on to doing something else. So it's a form of discipline, I must say, restrictions. If you're watching this and you have older children, maybe taking a particular item or gadget that they love so much to interact with, just saying, I'm going to keep this for 1 hour. Sit down and maybe do something else in the house, like a chore. Those form of restrictions here and there really can discipline them without having to stroke or beat the life out of your child. The third point I want to raise is praise the positive. Your child is doing great at certain things. Those times where they choose the good parts, don't forget to praise and mention it to them. Let them be aware that there's something good they're doing. Yeah, and that way, when you're correcting the bad, they don't see it as, oh, daddy and mom is always speaking at the wrong things I do. They don't even see the good things I'm doing, and then they don't become rebellious because they feel you never even see the good thing in the first place. So learn to praise the positive things. And the way I do it to my son is when I see him doing something, I go on to say, well done, clap for yourself. So I clap for him and he's doing the same. Even sometimes he doesn't wait for me. He's already doing, yay! Like for example, when I put him in his seat, he likes to do the belts for his seat, which has a child's safety belt. He goes on to do it himself every single time. We just leave him to do it because he likes doing it. So he belts himself and then say, hey! And then I just smile at him. I say, yeah, well done, Jason. So praise the positive and the things they do right. The times when they pick up their toys, which I also do for my son, I say, well done, high five, just mention those good things they're doing. Summarily in this point, celebrate the efforts. Even if they did it halfway, celebrate their progress, especially for younger kids. Their attention could be divided, but the fact that they still went on to help you arrange some things, they scattered the but they still went on to help you arrange it. Do it halfway. Finish the remaining half with them and walk the process with them. So yes, celebrate the journey, the progress, the effort, not just the outcome. Lastly, I want to mention that don't focus only on the things they shouldn't do. Focus on the things they should rather do. Yeah? So, for example, my son, at this point in time, he likes screaming our ears out. That's myself and my husband. And, sometimes I'm just like, can you just stop screaming? Can you just stop screaming? I can't remember where I heard it from, but just kind of rewiring my mentality from saying, don't scream, to, okay, you can talk instead. You can say what you want to say instead. Don't scream our ears out. So focusing on what they should do rather than what not to do will help them to see what they will do better next time. So don't just say, don't touch that thing. Oh, don't put that thing on the floor, it's going to break. Yeah, it's going to break, but what should they do instead? Be careful with it next time. You can touch it, but don't push it. Measures that they could work with going forward. That's going to be helpful in their journey. So that's it. Thank you for being in this space and for watching this video. If you have any parent or a new parent or a parent to be, the singles as well, you can watch this because at some point this information is going to be useful for you. So please share and leave a comment in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. Love and light, and see you in my next video. Bye.